Hey guys, welcome back to Savage Traveling. And if this is your first time here, thanks for joining us. We're going to talk a little bit about Pattaya, Thailand tonight. And more importantly, when will Pattaya Nightlife return? Like, we are just in the midst of the coronavirus, COVID-19 pandemic. It seems to everybody, not everybody, a lot of places, Thailand's starting to lift their restrictions. It's starting to happen here in the United States a little bit. It's starting to, Vietnam's starting to lift their restrictions too. Uh, but I mean, that doesn't really mean tourism will come back right away because I doubt they, as far as what I heard today, that they're not international flights except for like important stuff. They're done until the end of May as of right now. So, definitely no tourism till then. And like I said, June, I don't expect to be able to fly back into Thailand anytime until after mid-July. But I mean, that's just my personal guess. I'm hoping I can go back by then, anyways. But being that Patty is so dependent on tourism, and like the nightlife won't return until the tourists do, but will business owners, I mean, will a lot of them be able to last that long unless they get some kind of relief on their business, rent, etc. uh because if it takes another 6 months before they can allow people in droves back, because you think of what happens in Pattaya. It's a red light district type town, and like it's a there's a lot of fluid transmission. And that could be bad for business if there's a horrible virus running around killing people. uh that's the whole thing, and that's why nightlife and bars and different things like that will be one, even here in the United States, will be one of the last things to open up once we come off of a total lockdown. uh, but today, Pattaya, I was looking through the Facebook Pattaya news, and they had checkpoints set up all around the city, and so you couldn't come in or out of the city unless if you had legitimate business there. And between yesterday and today, whenever they've lifted those checkpoints, so people can move more freely among throughout the province. So I don't think they can go through. I don't know if they're allowed to drive to other provinces yet. I didn't dig that deep for news. What else did I see though? Let me look. Oh, they're starting to open up restaurants in Pattaya too, and I'll put a I'm going to put the picture of this up right now. Boom. Uh, it's a Well, as you can see there, you go into a restaurant and you're sitting with your friend, but they have a plastic partition up between you and your dinner person that you came to the restaurant with. So I mean, it's really redundant because more than likely you've done exchanged, what do you want to say, germs, or I don't even know if germs is a good word, with whoever you're eating dinner with. So the partition really it's redundant. It doesn't do anything but cause, it's just a hindrance. But I put the picture up there so you could see it. I didn't plan on doing that, but I forgot, and that is definitely worth taking a look at. But that's just some of the rules that residents or business owners in Pattaya have to deal with if they're going to open their restaurants back up. And I mean, you could see why some people are upset at that, because it just makes no sense whatsoever, and like no damn sense at all. But I thought that was worth mentioning here because, like I said, haven't done too many of these videos like this where I just talk over, and I'm just bored sitting at home ready to travel. So it's like, let's talk about the most happening red light district spots in the world. Even when people say 10 years ago it was much more happening, and I can kind of believe that. Even like see pre-COVID, like so the last time I was there last September, August, uh, lots of people, but and it's like with I've been with what I've thought about this in Koh Samui is it just seems like that's like Koh Samui and even Pattaya. are built up for a time maybe in the past where there was a lot more tourists coming there for go-go bars, whatever nightclubs, ping pong shows, yada yada, the whole, just the red light district side of tourism there. It seems to be so built up, and like every time because I've been coming to Thailand the last 2.5 years. I've been 3 or 4 times. I've flown over now. I think 3 times, 4 times. I'm not exactly sure. 3 times. I don't know. Anyways, it just seems that everything was built up, and like then the tourists left, and I just didn't know if it was just they had built everything up and the tourists never come in those amounts, or it was like that in the heyday and they built all the infrastructure for that, and it just I just always wondered, because like I said, I wasn't here, I was never there in the mid 2000s, or even like I said, like, yeah, I never went until just a couple of years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. And it's a pretty interesting spot. I think I think they'll definitely rebound back, uh for sure. It's just going to take time, and then the whole face of it will be changed. There are a lot of players, bar owners, club owners, I don't know, have totally moved on to other things by the time tourism gets back into full force in a lot of places, especially here. I mean, I'm not just talking. This doesn't. A lot of what I'm saying probably goes for most tourist destinations in the world. Pattaya is unique though, and I'm sure there's plenty of people who are chomping at the bit to hop on that first plane back, regardless virus or not. So, I assume once they let people in, the people will show up. It's just, will they be safe or not? Like I said, I don't know. I'm not going to get into what I believe and what a lot of people believe in a lot of different things about the COVID-19 these days, but who knows what the future holds for the world, and living with a new contagion, I guess. But I'm sure Patty will figure it out. Seems to be a little resourceful spot if you've ever been. The people are definitely resourceful. And if you, like I said, if you follow online, you know that there were some long lines for food and maybe even small bot donation handouts or whatever. But that's why I really hope they can get back to normal, so the people can start taking a little more control of their day to day. Get some of that back, so nobody wants to wait in line for no damn handouts. So, anyways, I'm sure most people who watch this video, understand Patty and why people do love it. Even if you don't go for the red light thing, it's still a spectacle to behold and to get, to experience, because it's something else. Always, the couple times I've been down, I've enjoyed it. Like, so, I've done a New Year and a birthday there, and you know, it's what it is. It's not for everybody, and that's probably why I like it so much. You can go there and you're gonna meet you're gonna meet a different kind of tourist. I mean, I've met people from all over the world there. Oh my gosh, it's insane. It's like, if you it's a true melting pot of the world, and people don't realize it. But like I said, on any given night, pre-COVID, you'd have probably people from half the countries in the world there or more. You know what I mean? I don't doubt that one bit. Like, it's a mixture. Now you'd have, a lot of Indians, a lot of Chinese, but like, sprinkled throughout was everybody else, or and I think will be again too one day. Um, but other than that, uh, I think, yeah, I just think it says, and I have no doubt actually here soon that with the virus thing that we'll have, like, even if they can have like tests that, instant tests would just help out a lot, an instant antibody test, where it could tell either if you have it currently or if you've, had it in the past. So, uh, an instant test would do wonders, and then maybe a vaccine will come along. And people, there'll always be people fighting like, oh, I'm not getting vaccines, but that's a personal choice. And if it means that I could travel, if it made a big difference in travel, I would seriously consider it. I mean, I don't know if it will or not. Who knows? We may never see one, but I guess that's my 2 cents on Pattaya, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, if you haven't before, uh, give us a subscribe, because I'll be doing more traveling at some point, and it may not always be Thailand and nightlife videos, but it'll be something. I try to keep it interesting. So hit that subscribe and smash that like button, that thumbs up there, uh, and stay tuned for the next one. So once again, guys, this has been Zach with Savage Traveling, having a little bit of discussion of Pattaya, Thailand tonight. Peace.